Yeah. So, like I said, when the Mola said, a client replied that resume did not meet ATS standard. So today, I got using some resumes as an example and using the Mola's own too. I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to make your, to alter your resume. And I'll show you different prompts. And yeah, so that you can learn and so that you can duplicate it. So today, immediately after Indamola's message, I jumped on a call with her and I showed her this. I attached her resume. I already have another sample resume. We're going to do that together. I attached her resume and I used this prompt. I told this is the prompt here, and I want you to pay attention to the prompt. So I said, you are a world-class recruiter and career coach. I'm told my resume failed the ATS system and I attached it. Can you help me rewrite it so it can pass the applicant tracking system? So now you can see the answer. See the answer here. So ChatGPT rewrote it, and as you can see, they rewrote it, whether it or he or she, anyone. And so yeah, so this is it. And so as you can see, the version is simplified for better ATS compatibility, includes keywords, and maintains a clear section ending and bullet point for easier passing. This passing right here, for those in tech, they understand what this means. For those who did not do tech or you are not that conversant with scientific language, this passing here is very, very important. These are the ways that, and we can Google it, these are the ways that, so I have Perplexity AI as my Google Chrome extension. So it's competing with Google now for this thing. So as I said, this is a language, it's a tech language. This passing here, as you can see here, it's a technical language. It's just, it's very technical. Let's not just disturb ourselves with it. Yeah, or just simplify it for me. Like I am 5. Like I'm 6. Summarize your response. So, in case you want to simplify things, this is another prompt you can use. Like, in case you want to simplify maybe something that is technical. So let's just use. So this is it for you guys. Passing is like taking apart a big toy to see how it is made. You see, just taking it piece by piece to understand how it was built. Like, as you can see, in simple terms. So you saw the English. We saw it here. And I took it, I just showed you people. I told you to explain what passing meant, and he was just telling us the big English. And I just told you to simplify it. So this another prompt. Now, remember I said I'm going to be talking about different prompts. Just focusing on prompts to use to help you improve your resume. So this is a prompt that we are using. Simplify it for me like I'm 6. And I told you to summarize. So as I said, simplify it. I don't want you to be talking too much. That's why I said 2 things. This prompt contains 2 things that I'm telling the GPT to do for me, like the LLM or GPT. Now, simplify. This is the first task. And I told you to summarize. Like, because the way GPT works, the way all these LLMs work, is that is garbage in, garbage out. Anything you give it is what it will give you. So you have to be very, 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 very simple, very, very straightforward with your prompts. And prompting is something that you are learning. And as you try different prompts, you get better, you get results. So because as you can see, this first thing, search just for it to explain what this meant, and it gave us this long description that is still talking about NLP and data analysis, lexical syntax. They are very, very complex. And I'm like, I want you to simplify something for me. You're still giving me long things. So we just said, I just use the prompts for this. So sometimes when GPTs give you something that is technical, you can tell it to just simplify it for you, and you can tell it to also summarize so that it does not talk too much. Yeah. So but let's go back to what we're trying to do. Now, like I said, using Oyedamola's resume, this was the prompt. So as I said, I jumped on a call with her and I used this prompt. Two of us, we use this prompt together. We're going to use it for the resume I have now. So use this prompt, and see, I'm told my resume failed and attached. Can you help me rewrite it so as you can see? So it's going to help you rewrite your resume using the prompt. Now, and I went to a second prompt. I used a more technical prompt for her. The first one is very easy and straightforward. And the second one, let me show you what I did. And I learned this one from TikTok. I have a lot of people I used to like. I follow a lot of AI people on TikTok, and the way the things they put on TikTok used to blow my mind. Now, this was the prompts here. And I want you to pay attention to this prompt. You are an expert in crafting resumes that are optimized to stand out when reviewed by applicant tracking system. Now, this is persona. This is called persona in prompting. I applied for a prompting course, Coursera. They say I should pay, but I did financial aid just because I like free things. And I hope they will allow me in so that I can go and take this course. I have a certification from prompting by Microsoft and LinkedIn. I just, anything concerning prompting, I'm learning because I want to get better. And the way you are used to search is also the way you're going to be used to prompting in the next 2 to 3 years. So why not start? I like to, improve my skills regularly. And I'm telling you to do the same thing. So all these things is me trying to perfect my prompting. So look at this now. You're an expert in crafting resumes that optimize to stand out. I like the keywords that are lacking. Then I just added this. My niche is this. I like the keyword that are lacking. Then note which keyword may be difficult to incorporate into a rewrite of my current resume bullet. Now we input in our last resume and we got this. So as you can see here, we got this response. We're going to do it, right? We're going to do the same thing right now for the resume I have. So we got the recommendation, then entered another, we gave it another task. So here is your next task. Rewrite the content of my resume seamlessly, incorporating the keyword you highlighted so that the full resume is optimized for ATS standard. And ChatGPT rewrote it and we got all this. Now you can just input all this straight to your resume and your resume is better. You can correct where you need to correct and your resume is better. So that's how to go about it. Now we have a resume to work with. We have Sheriff's resume to work with. Let's use Boast prompt. Now, another thing is this. Another thing I do when I'm using AI is that I use 4 of them together. I even like 5 now. And I'm sure, let me teach you. You guys are my student. Let me teach you everything. I'm not hiding anything from you. I use Cloud. So the same thing we did, the other stuff that we did, I use Cloud for it. So as you can see here, the same prompts we gave Cloud and it gave us results. So Cloud also gave us results. So we use Cloud, we use Cloud to get so that we can see the one that gives us better one. We use GPT, we use Cloud. I have Perplexity Pro. LinkedIn gave me 1 year free of Perplexity Pro because I'm on LinkedIn Premium and I accepted it. So I have Perplexity Pro. So sometimes Perplexity is one of my best. I'm not, just no disclaimer here. I just love it. Especially if you are doing research. I mean, I love research. That's why I like Perplexity. So I use it. This is my lowest. I hope they get better. They used to be very good, but now they are not as good as the rest. So we also use this to test. I also use this sometimes. I can get ideas from this, and all these they are all free. Perplexity Pro that I have, fine. There's the free version, so that means that you can also use the free version to get this result. What is different from the free and the pro is that the language that I'm using. Free and the pro is that this AI model. The pro get to select the kind of AI you want. The pro, I can select any AI that I want. This Grok is by Twitter, Cloud Opus and Cloud Sonnet is by Anthropic, GPT is by ChatGPT. So I can use ChatGPT 4.0. I can use Perplexity is one of this Sonar Large and Sonar Huge. So yeah, that's why yeah. So I can use Sonar Large, I can use Sonar Huge. So like that's different. In Perplexity Pro, you can select what you want to. Then even if you want to do image too, I can use Playground. So that's why I like the Pro. Yeah. So I have 1 year of it and I'm happy, even though I got it for free. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I like Perplexity. And then NotebookLM, ladies and gentlemen. This NotebookLM is by Google. The beauty of NotebookLM is that you have PDFs. You can put the PDFs, you can input the PDFs, and you can talk to it. You can just even not just PDFs. You can use a web link. You can paste. So that's okay. This is telling me that you can use up to 50 sources. So that means that, let's say you want to write an article and you've researched. So let's just say you're a content writer. And because I'm a content writer, I always use content writer as an example. Please don't crucify me. Let's say you're a researcher. Now, so it's even telling you that it supports audio, MP3, PDF, TXT. But let me tell you how it works. It even supports YouTube. Wow. I'm learning it. This particular LLM, I'm just learning to use it. So, but I'm just going to show you. And you guys can even get better than me in the future. Now, why I like it is that you can determine the source you want. So you can maybe get like 5 websites and it inside. Or get 10 PDFs, 3 YouTube videos, as in, and even and copy the website, copy everything. Maybe like 50 sources, put it there. And by the time you put it, you can now start talking to the everything you put, you'll be able to talk to it. That's the way. I'll go back to it. So let me show you the title. Let me delete this one. Let me show you an example. So this is an example. I'm trying to help someone, I'm doing some thesis job for some people. And as you can see here, I've added 3 sources there. It means that I can start asking questions. Also, there's even a way you can turn it into a podcast. That one is another thing that you can do. So that's one thing about this LM. So I'm still learning this one, so I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm just showing you guys this NotebookLM. I saw it and I loved it. People will continue to build better. AI is here to stay. Well, you are not even seeing what is going to happen in the future. So just continue to learn. But back to our own matter. Let's use the resume that we have for the 2 keywords. So let's use, this is the first keyword here. So let's copy this keyword, the prompt. This is the first prompt here. So we have a new resume. We'll create a new chat. Now, you can attach file. So you don't necessarily have to copy and paste. You can attach, especially if you are using your PC. So let's attach a file. Let's upload from this computer. We already got Sheriff's file. So we've attached Sheriff's resume. I've not seen it, but let's just use the prompt. So you attach the prompt, the resume, and we had the prompt. So as you can see, it's rewriting the prompt. And yeah, so this is it. It's as simple as this. It's rewriting Sheriff's resume. So now, same thing, it is doing what it's doing. I can go to start a new chat, attach it on cloud. I can attach Sheriff's resume on cloud and type it here and just get the results. See, as you can see here. Can you see it? So you can now export everything here, just copy and remove the ones, you can add them to your resume and you're good to go. So can you see it? And it's I like cloud for us now. I just like cloud. I'm going to for anything. Maybe it's cloud I'll pay for. Now, as you can see what it does, he said, these are the things he also said, I've restructured your resume to be more ATS friendly. Key improvement. Here are the key improvement. As you can see, format improvement. As you can see, content enhancement, optimization. So as you can see, this is just a simple prompt that I inserted. By world-class recruiter, career coach. I'm told my resume failed the ATS system. I've attached it so you can help me rewrite it so it can pass the applicant tracking system. Simple. As you can see here, GPT also, GPT 4.0 did the same thing. So you can check both and see the one that you like, just make it better. Yeah. So by ensuring your resume includes relevant keyword, well organized. So if you need customization, so you can also continue to talk with it. So, but that's it. So that's the first one. Now, let's use the second prompt. Let's use the second prompt, which is more complex than the first. The first is a simple one. The second one is a 2-step prompt. So let's use the second prompt. So we are very careful. In this particular prompt, our niche is content communication. Sheriff's niche is data analysis. So we're going to use data analysis as Sheriff's niche. So let's be careful. Yeah, experience data analysis. Okay, yeah. So we create a new chat, and we attach his resume. Oh, I've reached the limit. Okay, to create it, I will attach resume. Don't worry. I'll log into my other one. Okay, so let's attach Sheriff resume here. Okay, let's just do it here. I can copy back to ChatGPT. As you can see, you're an expert in crafting resumes that optimize standard. Highlight keywords that are lacking. Niche is data analysis. Note the keywords that are difficult. So this is it. This is the prompt. Yeah. So can you see the response? Then we can now use the second prompt. We can now use the second prompt. After the first response, we'll see duplicated on this. Don't worry. I need to log out. Yeah. So here is your next task. We write the content. So we'll give it another tag. So yeah, this is it. So we'll give you the next task. So we're telling it, write the content seamlessly, incorporating the keywords highlighted so that the full resume is optimized for it better for ATS standard. So yeah, so as you can see, it has just rewritten the resume. And he also mentioned the key improvements. Yeah, so add 7 improvements done to the resume. So yeah, so that's it. So he did that for this. So 2 prompts in one. An expert in crafting resumes. Then here's the next task. You write the content of the resume. So it's a 2 prompts in one. Yeah. So I would like to do the same thing for ChatGPT. So now, because we are using ChatGPT Basic, telling us that we've reached our limit for premium, luckily, I have 2 emails. I have 2 ChatGPT accounts. So I can switch in between both of them to continue to use my freebie. So let's log in. Yeah. That's the beauty of having other emails. I don't need it much, but sometimes I can get to the limit. So when it happens, I can switch to my second ChatGPT account. Yeah, so free. It's free. So yeah, let's use the prompt. Let's attach Sheriff's resume back here because that was cloud. Let's attach his resume back here. Let's copy the prompt from here. Let's copy Control C. Let's copy Control V. So let's tell it to do for us. So yeah, so this is the ChatGPT 4.0. Yeah. So can you see? So this is it. Yeah. So can you see? So you can pay attention to the response. So now let's use the second prompt that we used. Now you can just check both of them and see, like, check what Cloud is saying, check what GPT is saying, and you can see the one that is better. So you can also just incorporate to your resume. So let's second prompt. So can you see? This is it. So now you can just use all this to make your resume. So with this, resume will be more ATS compliant, and you would be able to to pass the ATS that the recruiters are using for resume. So, up with these few points, you've been able to get and learn from this. Yep. So.